Hi, this is Chris Cool,
And this is Planet Walls.
and today, instead of a second podcast, we thought that we would have some loose dialogue about 100 card singleton and showcase a match or two.
Yeah, so what we've done is we've taken the decks from the previous Vivat Centum tournaments that performed well, and we're going to pilot them. Are we piloting them against one another, or are you taking a mono red version of your own?
I'm just playing a mono red deck that I have been tweaking a little bit after each event.
One thing you should know before we go further is that we're each recording from our own perspectives, but the audio is on Chris's side.
Yeah,
So if you somehow want to contort your browser or whatever video player you use to view both of us at the same time, then you can see what's going on with some degree of simultaneity, but you'll need Chris's to hear the sound.
so they probably have figured that out if they know what you just said, since that's the only way they can hear you.
Like, why is this video quiet?
I guess
Yeah,
we can just put that in the information on YouTube in case you're watching this via YouTube. Uh,
I will not replace the sound with like some nuns chanting this time
I
because
I would actually appreciate if you very sparingly did that because, like most YouTube commenters, I want to gouge my eyeballs out and hope that I lose hearing
oh,
whenever
well, you
I.
can just mute it.
Oh, well,
That's also an option. Anyway, let's I guess I should
you're
talk
in.
briefly. I'll be very brief about the
Okay.
deck that I'm playing.
Um.
So I
Okay.
guess you're not looking at it right now since you're looking at Chris's video if you're hearing me talk.
Yeah.
But if you want to flip over to mine and check it out, that's probably advisable. It's a four color, non-black, green based, mid-range deck. It has a lot of big pieces of equipment. And then it's got some combo pieces. So this is what JacqueStrap piloted to a 3-0 victory last time. Not sure why Reliquary Tower's in the deck. I haven't figured that out yet. But it looks like it's natural order based. A lot of natural order targets, and then it's got show and tell and a channel. So I'm looking forward to trying to pilot this monster and see how it goes.
I'll probably just get my caboose handed to me.
We'll see about that. I've got a lot of good sideboard goods against you.
You should if you're playing in a 100 card singleton and at least in a competitive capacity. So, I have no control over when we start, but AJ just started. Awesome. Something that I've been thinking about that, at least to me, is interesting. 100 card singleton decks are really ungainly to present. I know that AJ, you can just make all your decisions as you want.
Okay.
You don't
I
have to like
guess
wait for
talking
me.
about my decisions is kind of weird
I
to you.
I don't think I don't think that you need to talk too much about your decisions, not for this video, because this is not the right way to say like, well, this is a really interesting decision that I'm making.
Right. I agree. I think we're just trying to showcase some matchups. Um, are we acting like we know what each other is playing?
I don't feel like lying to myself right now. Would I like to mulligan?
Okay.
No. Anyway, so since 100 card singleton decks are so ungainly, and it's even just hard to visually present a deck list, I was brainstorming some ideas on how to better present information that is useful about a 100 card singleton deck. Ooh, that's a nice card.
It is.
And
Yeah, play that one. Good. Good decision.
I think that that there are some stats that are pretty important to 100 card singleton lists. Sadly, one of them might be like the rarity breakdown,
Yeah.
at least of like non-land cards, because I noticed that when I was playing some test matches this week that mythics and newer rares seem to be pretty backbreaking. Oh man,
How do you like them apples?
I wish that I didn't just cut Flame Slash and Mizium Mortars from my main deck.
You shouldn't have. So there's something interesting I want to observe right now about Travis's, this is Book's deck from the first Vivat Centum tournament. It was a white, black, green deck that he featured in his own 100% video.
Casual $60.
But anyway, one thing that he did was he did not have any green one mana dudes. All of his ramp was in like the 2-drop slot, like Lotus, Cobra, and stuff. And I thought that was interesting and worth pointing out. Oh, you're a wise guy, eh? Oh, I guess that's bound to happen with this deck, isn't it?
How many lands are you playing?
Let me check real quick. 42, but one of them is an Eye of Ugin. So that one
Is
kind of
another
doesn't really count as a land.
is Tabernacle in there? Because I'd like to find out all of the non-mana related lands if possible.
There is some cool stuff in here. There's like a Temple of the False God and an Ancient Tomb. I'm kind of excited about playing this. Like, there are some things that I look at and I wonder if they were budget-related decisions when I look at the deck list.
Hmm.
But beyond that, like, it's pretty exciting as a deck. Like, it looks really fun, and so far I'm having fun. Come on, port me.
So something that I think is interesting, port should dip in value a little bit with the holiday cubing and the Mercadian mass drafting. By the way, if you're interested in a 100 card singleton and suffering through limited, definitely play some of the collated Mercadian masks block. Like, it's probably one of the most masochistic limited formats you can play, collated masks block.
Yeah, it's really friggin' awesome.
Did I say masochistic?
You did.
Uh, my brain is starting to hurt
I'm starting to see exactly why this deck did well.
because I can't interact with it at all, and you just have tons of gigantic cards in your hand.
Yeah, it's gonna get even better. I don't know what I want to find with this. Hang on, I gotta figure out what options are available. I
Are
think
you
it
gonna?
might be missing a Tundra because
Maybe we
I
should.
think that's what I wanted to find right now.
Maybe we should suggest to Travis to use this for his next video series. Although Travis isn't very nice when it comes to critique. Oh, is that supposed to be a Tundra?
I think so. This is kind of interesting.
But yeah. So like information to better give an idea of how to compare different decks with each other. I mean, obviously you have like the deck name and then the different like type of sub archetypes, aggro, control, whatever. But then to me, some of the more interesting categories are like creatures, removal, card draw, just the land count, possibly the main strategies of the deck if they can't just be summed up with like mid-range or aggro, like the specific combos that it's playing perhaps, or
Yeah,
other key cards that a deck might have. Oh dear. Okay, so I need to do some stuff here. Let's go
you'll need
ahead.
to spend 2 burn spells to kill my birds of paradise. There's one. You just dome me? What did you target there? Oh, the battlement.
I think that's right.
Oh, my wall combo.
So it's actually Carpet Wall Combo is the deck's
Hmm.
full name. But then you can have like a little bit of statistics, maybe like color breakdown, average mana costs, the rarity distribution, as I said earlier. But I think as I was going, at least as I was going through the different Vivat Centum decks, that there needs to be some thought put into how they can be compared with each other.
Yeah, because it's harder to say, like Chris was telling me beforehand, sometimes the most important difference between 2 decks is 1 card difference. Like that, or rather, not that there's only 1 card difference, but that a particular card, single card, makes a lot of difference.
Yeah.
Like whether the deck's running natural order or not, for instance.
Oh man. No. Oh, that's why.
What happened? Did you name Goblin, but it's not a goblin?
No, better. My computer decided that I needed to update my antivirus.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What's happening right now is making me real sad. And this is gonna happen anyway. Yep,
I did that in a match of Classic. I
I did
read
too.
I read Mana Drain like 3 times, and I'm like, well, I just really need mana to cast a Frost Titan.
I really need a colorless dark ritual.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that I still want to kill Raging Ravine.
That's my guess too. I'm looking at them and I'm like, hmm, what do I not want to die? That guy's getting in there, huh? Yeah, we'll do this.
You called my bluff, I
I wasn't
think.
really worried. Should I have been?
So do you get 3 mana?
I expected that I would get,
Yeah.
yeah, too bad, huh?
I
Well,
I
this
should
will be
have made
fun either
you.
way. I'm excited for it.
Hmm? Oh yeah, we
Was
were
that a
just talking
noise you
about
just
that.
made at me?
Yeah. I was also drinking some coffee. Sorry about that. Hope I'm not slurping too much. I know that
No,
that's
it
rude,
was
but
pretty exciting.
wait, so you just played a Gilded Lotus and then didn't do anything?
Well, it didn't do anything in main phase A.
Oh.
What do you take me for?
Uh-oh. Is this a mole drifter?
Boing, 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 boing.
What?
Just keeps getting better.
That was awesome. I was gonna I was not expecting that. I was hoping it's gonna be like more or Oracle Moldaya or something.
I think I'm about, I think I should be about done finding non-basics at this point.
Wow. You might just be able to beat me in the damage race.
I might just be able to cast like an Ulamog next turn.
Oh dear.
Save some mana to tap down Gaia. Not that this has anything to do with anything, but Gilded Lotus is actually not that good with Progenitus. Because you only really need two of one color.
I think I probably want to kill that.
No. I just lost so much mana.
Maybe
Yep.
I was gonna
We'll just
say
float.
I almost said maybe I need to deprive you of a certain color, and then I looked at Gilded Lotus and I stopped myself.
I have to think about this.
Oh,
I just ripped that. Uh,
I remember when Kozilek was spoiled and Eye of Ugin jumped from $2 to 12 or 4 or tickets. My bad. I don't want to pretend. What in the world? Aw, that. Well, I guess at least. Aw, not that this has anything to do with anything. Look at all the
oh
stuff that I
man.
just discarded. What did you discard? Oh yeah, Project.
What did you discard? Oh, I got rid of Sulfuric Vortex. Man, the cards that you had to ditch are... Oh, yuck.
Yeah, maybe I made a mistake by tapping down the cradle. Maybe I should have played Vortex.
I'm trying to think about what would have happened. I don't know. That card seems pretty bad right now. Oh, actually, hang on. I'm starting to begin to see how this deck wins.
So, something that was interesting. We didn't have the full deck list or like the breakdown of all the decks for the first PRE, the first Vivid sent them. But for the second we did, and there were 3 red decks that placed, I think. I can just probably look at this list. Yeah, 3 that placed out of a total of 4 played. So that's pretty high conversion into prizing.
My guy's cradle sucks a little more.
Hmm. You must be drinking coffee too. I heard the sound
No,
of your...
actually, I haven't had my coffee yet today.
What
I
are you
say
drinking?
that, and
Almond
everybody can
milk?
see that it's 12:36 p.m. Oh man, fire breathing. This is horrible.
Sorry.
This game has to end fast. And the worst part is I kind of want to use Eye of Ujin during my upkeep in order to shuffle the cards on the top. Hmm. Wait, who is fire breathing? Goblin Sledder? Huh. Yeah, we'll
So
just do it this way. See
in
what happens.
hindsight, I realized that I definitely messed up there because I should have made it so I could have killed your Rune Blaster.
I mean, wall.
Oh yeah, with my... And then I could also use port. Wow,
Okay,
I didn't complete
hang
that
on.
thought at all.
I guess this is what I do? This seems really bad, but I don't want to draw those cards. There are at least 2 on the top that I'm not very excited about at all.
Well, you have a Sylvan,
Right, but I know
so
what the
you
next
get...
2 cards are because I
Yeah.
brainstormed.
And I guess
Well,
if you really want to use Eye of Ugin anyway... Huh.
I'm going to be taking a royal beating this turn, though. Hang on, I have to look to see if there are any other colorless creatures in my deck that don't cost very much.
Okay.
There are some.
Well,
There's one.
you look into that. It's worth noting that right now, I believe that the only cards that we have played that are new to 100 card singleton from the last time there were Wizard sponsored events are Stonewright, Rashadan Port, and I think that's it.
I decided that
Oh, Cavern.
I could not win the game
If you
if I
tapped out.
didn't... Oh, man.
I don't think that was what you decided. I think you decided that you would immediately lose the game.
Yeah. Um,
And I was so busy talking that I didn't use my port. Huh.
I better not pay any life here.
Oh dear. Why? I feel like an idiot.
Are you going to port my eye?
No. I think I port your Cradle still. Because it has... What? Are you actually going to cast something?
I'm thinking about it.
Did you just draw it?
Hmm?
Did you just draw whatever you're going to cast?
No, I don't have much to do. So I feel like I should be as efficient as possible.
Oh. I guess the eye is just happening now.
Um, hmm.
This looks
Yeah,
really
I
bad
guess
for
this
you.
is how we do it.
Whoa, Scape Shift is in that deck?
Um, no. Yes. Yes, it is. Oh,
Interesting.
God. Oh, that's no good.
These
Did
look...
you draw that after Stone right?
I didn't get to combo off, but that is a cool combo.
Bloop, 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 bloop. One of the other things we were talking about is power creep. a little bit. This was going to go on our
Yeah,
podcast. So this is basically a replacement of the podcast for the record. Do I just lose this turn?
I'm trying to figure that out. You talk while I do math.
Okay. Um, just tell me who you don't want me to block, and I'll block that one. Does that make sense?
I'm gonna make it so you can't block Frenzied Goblin.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool too. Um, so we were talking about power creep, and one of our questions was that like we recalled before in a 100 card singleton, um, not being able to play enough good cards to fill out a 100 card deck, so you play these like fringe good cards. But now there are too many good cards to play even a 100 card deck, and so the way you deck build is a little different. Chris, maybe you disagree about this, or maybe you're
I
thinking,
I think that I
what
have
just happened? One of your
yes,
guys died.
that main phase A guy.
Oh, I just got Volcammered out. I was gonna cast an Ulamog.
Well,
How sad.
definitely the card quality. The card pool, the overall quality of the card pool has increased to the point where you really can't play as many pet cards as you could before. I mean, you can still play a couple, and like if they have unique effects, they're always going to have some sort of place in a 100 card. But I'm pretty sure that AJ played decks that had like 12 pet cards and did well in premier events at the end of 2010.
I was definitely playing some mediocre cards. I would go so far as to say.
I can't believe that you played Clone and then they just made two versions of it that were actually playable.
And people finally decided it was good at that point. Oh man. I do like Utopia Tree. Always worth noting. So do you think I cut channel? I think I
Yes.
do.
Yes, you might also cut Emrakul.
No, that already happened.
Oh.
I feel like I should keep one Eldrazi in here.
I mean, Ulamog is probably the best because you can
Yeah, that's
kill
definitely the
something,
plan.
interact with the board.
I don't need all these 7 drops. Let's see. Does this do anything? It's really expensive. Just when you don't know a deck very well, sometimes you have to sit there and look through very, very carefully. Huh. I don't think we're going the show and tell route this time. Yeah, I wonder though if that's like a good idea. I can put a Sphere of Law into play,
My
which
deck
would be pretty funny.
is having a very hard time figuring out what it needs to be doing. Ooh, I forgot to put Flaring Pain in my sideboard. I'll have to make a
Ooh.
note of that.
I could probably cut a couple of... I think this gets cut just because I think it's too slow when I don't use the life loss. Birthing Pod I'm talking about.
Ah,
That's still an interesting option that could just win me the game out of nowhere. I've got like 20 seconds left and I have to cut a couple cards. I think just something expensive like that. And even this is actually really questionable in this matchup. Yeah. I don't know. I made some questionable decisions, but
speak of
uh,
questionable, you should see what my
Jesus.
hand looks like right now.
Uh, my hand, I don't know if this is... It depends on whether or not I can draw a mana source that's good soon. I'm gonna go with it.
I'm mulliganing, but my hand is 5 mountains, a Grim Lavamancer, and an Imperial Recruiter.
I would have won the game had you just kept that. But my hand is not extraordinary by any means. Someone's angry outside.
Or they just locked their car.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Okay,
Oh,
so you get to see one of the reasons that my deck plays fetch lands.
cool. Oh man.
Something
I don't know what's going on here, but this doesn't bode well.
The card quality conversation is probably going to be a long, stretched out one.
That'll
Just
be one actually I don't think we can decide yet for a while longer. Like, we don't know what decks look like yet.
yeah, I agree. There's still people are still kind of doing what they want, and something else that is interesting, just the nature of Vivat Centum. Like you can because there's no cost to play, there's not as much at stake for having fun versus um, making sure that your deck is completely tuned. So people can come to an event like especially knowing that it's not that long, like with the about 3 hour time commitment and then no money commitment.
Yeah.
You can you can play decks that might be a little more uh, creative. Like I know that Sea Seraph in the first event played a deck somewhat, or I think it was Sea Seraph that played a deck somewhat like JacqueStrap's, and the Sea Seraph that I remember was not the type of person to play decks like that. Like he would much rather be playing like a Dark Bant or um, maybe Elves. I'm not quite sure though.
This kind of makes me sad.
Johnny killing a Goblin King.
Yeah. I guess it gets to eat another point too.
Yeah, I mean that seemed like a decent play. Oh, well, at least I feel like you don't have mass removal.
Boop. Bye-bye, Johnny.
So we'll get this guy on.
Oh,
Hey,
oh,
hey, ladies.
this is real bad now. Oh man, I just drew a card that I wish I'd drawn ages ago.
That reminds
Yeah.
me, we need to edit your wonderful Photoshop job of that Inquest magazine and Worldly
Why would we need
Tutor.
to edit that?
Worldly Tutor. It's Worldly Tutor, right? Worldly Tutor. No, it's
Uh,
Mystical Enlightened and Dwarven Minor.
yeah.
Yeah. We need to get that to the right size to use as our banner for the Vivat Centum Gatherling
Ah, I see.
series.
I see what you mean.
Which I should mention that the last event is coming up December 15th, 12 p.m. Pacific. That's 2000 UTC, which I feel like
2000? Do people say it that way?
well, I just always say it military time when it 20 o'clock UTC.
This is kind of unexciting after my last play. I would have definitely killed the Goblin King with a Tivadar and then killed the Grim Lavamancer or something else with the Johnny.
Maybe the Dwarven Miner.
Probably.
Okay, I need to think here for a second. I don't want you to have green, I think.
Yeah, you made the right play.
And then, wait, why did you play a Lotus Cobra?
Why did I?
Yeah,
I don't, as opposed to what?
I don't know. It just didn't seem like it was very much value for you.
Well, I needed some way to get the green cards in my hand potentially online.
But I had a Grim Lavamancer just hanging out.
Yeah, my other option was just to sit,
Huh.
right?
Maybe you made a mistake killing the Goblin King. Maybe you should have killed the Lavamancer.
That's true. It was my only play though. Like I didn't have anything else. I had no green sources at the time.
Oh, okay. Whoa, a train. I don't know if everyone heard that wonderful
But
train
I
horn.
didn't hear it.
I don't really live in an area. Hold on, thinking.
Just make your dragon kill me.
Okay, but hold on. Let's play this guy first.
Oh my god. Well, I guess I no longer want to Caracas my Tivadar, which I should have done last turn anyway.
To kill the
Right?
Goblin token? Yeah, probably.
Uh, Hang on, I have to think about this turn. What does this mean for me?
You have 5 red mana instead of 3 red mana.
Okay, okay. Huh, this game doesn't look so good. I guess I should have mulled. You didn't attack into my Tiv?
No.
Ooh, my wife just woke up. Maybe everyone can hear that.
At 12:50. AJ
Well,
woke up at it.
we went to bed real late last night.
Yeah, you have a
Check
very
out that.
I can't believe that's like the best card you could have drawn.
I know.
For being a respectable member of a semi-respectable member of society, AJ has putrid bedtime.
That's awesome. You basically killed your own Get-To encampment. And now I'm just gonna pay the price when this Dragon Lord flies over and deals me a million billion. I can't wait for it to be an 8/8 fire-breathing trample next turn.
Next
Or
turn.
this turn. Ooh, that's rough. Okay, let's find something good. That might actually work. Hang on. Hang on, this is really funny. Um, no, I think I lose anyway. I have to think about this though.
Okay, take your time.
It's not a goblin dragon, is it?
No.
Nope. Um,
That's actually something I was going to comment about. When this guy was in standard, it was really funny because Baneslayer was also in standard, and like intuitively you would think that Baneslayer could just chump it forever, but it can't. Whoa, what is this? I thought you said you sideboarded out. Oh, it's Metamorph. Oh, you were going to copy Tivadar.
well, this is just this is a game loss. Oh man, why do they have to give him trample and fire breathing? No, no. Are we just gonna stay on the same track as? No, I guess we should cut it and then
You want to switch decks?
yeah, because I was gonna switch to another one.
Okay. Well, we will be back momentarily, and I guess that is just another video for everyone else.
Yeah, my hand could have been a bad keep, just for the record. So
Okay.
actually, I'm fairly sure it was. But
So we haven't learned anything except for that mono red has a nice linear game plan that can sometimes take advantage of decks that don't have linear game plans.
yep. Okay. Well, we'll see you for like round two.
Sounds good. Bye bye.